Tasty, tasty. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really great Sunday. We're here, we're back at the PT workshop. The colours are wrong on my screen. Let me try and fix those right now. I've been in a little bit of a rush today, and clearly I didn't have a chance to fix the camera issues that we're having with the lighting. Give me a second. Oh no, it doesn't want to go. Oh, wait, what the hell? Let's fix this. Let's fix this all. Okay, I think we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. It's not like me with just things, but it'll do. It'll do. We'll have to make do. Right, my t-shirt's actually pink. It's not white like it looks, but yeah. It's pink is the t-shirt. Like this is actually pink. it's not going to show on there either because the light's too bright. The lights are washing it out a little bit. Anyway, it's pink. Right, let's see where we get to today, because it could be quite a long stream today. There's potentially 2 builds, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see who got first. Cordos was here first, and Josh as well. Ik bin Timothy's here too. Hey Tim. JQ UK says objection. Not sure what to. Robot's here as well. Snicket as well. King Cairo, thank you for the 4 months of subs, man. I really appreciate that. I can see some other subs. We'll get to those in a second, but thank you very much for that. Moons of Empires here as well. King Cairo says pick a discount. Yeah, we're going to do pick a discount again. You guys get to pick a discount on the store. So start thinking of what you might like to buy that's in stock, and you can suggest that in a few minutes' time, and we'll get through that. 25% off PT shares. There's only one PT share, and that's mine. That's mine. We aren't here for keyboards. What are you here for then? If you're not here for keyboards, what would you be here for? Can't imagine anything else. We're here for the free snacks. Beep tool, yeah.
Tasty.
Show a sword, Mr. Strummett. We do have a sword here in the office. This is really weird, but we do have a sword here in the office. We have this, which is, it's real. Damascus steel. Don't ask me why we have it. It's something I've had for a long time, and it just happens to be here at the workshop now. So yeah, so there you go. That's one thing we have here. Someone mentioned cake, so I'm looking forward for cake. Would go well with the coffee. I have the coffee. I now need the cake. Kyra asking anyone who isn't subbed here. Very bright. We can see all the dark secrets. Yeah, I like to try and black out that area until it's finished, because it's not finished yet. It is going to change. I do want to actually have this whole room like illuminated properly and have it like a bright room when we stream. But I need to go through all of the camera settings and everything else for that. It's just a whole palaver, so we'll get to it at some point. But it needs the room to be finished first. We need the room to be finished first. So we'll see. It won't let me move it up weirdly, Tim. It'll only let me move it down on the scale. I don't know why, but that's all it'll let me do. I think it's the cameras and the software for the cameras. I'll fix it at some point. It'll do for today. 1 month away from a Bambino. Thank you so much for the 6 months of subs, True Blaze. I appreciate that. Golden Ratio says, hey Jay, hey chat. 20 months. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that as well. Blackbrook was subscribed as well for 8 months. Oh, that's where the nearly baby time comes from. Thank you so much for that. Catastrophe as well. 6 months check-in. Wow, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much, guys. Olivia? Oh, maybe. Pokemon Kid, thank you so much for the 5 months of subs on a 2-month streak as well. Thank you, go. Can you send me the katana? No. J certified weeb. I'm not a weeb at all. I don't even know why I have it. Like, I've had it for a long time, and I can't really remember where it came from. It's just followed me around when I've moved house since I was like 18, 19. I know the handle's made of shark skin, but that's about all I know about it. Please don't reveal that you're sitting behind me. Yeah, so when we have team meetings, because Josh is remote, the laptop, so he can see the whole room, is sat over there, so his laptop is like sat in that corner. But that's where I work over there. That's where I do my work. Please don't reveal that I'm sitting behind you. Yeah. It is your corner. It's where you and Sharon sit, technically, when we have the team meetings. Lottie, hey, thank you very much for being here. Good evening. So let's talk about what's happening on the stream today. I'm going to go through PT news in a second. We do have some exciting news that's coming. Additionally to that, we also have pick a discount, where you guys get to pick a product that's in store. So if you guys want to start thinking about what you'd like a discount on, start popping things in chat as suggestions about stuff that's in stock on the website right now, and we'll do a discount of whatever percentage I think is good for that particular product between now and the end of the show. So between now, like say midnight or something like that UK time, and we'll put that discount live on the store under the streaming party rules we've done before. So start thinking about what you'd like to see in stock suggested for the discounts, and start putting those suggestions in chat while I go over PT news. First bit of news is JO2 Black Hat Edition very, very soon. We should have the final images and everything else for that soon, and I do have right here the sample of the pink for the SPC. It's not going to show up very well on the camera here because of the way the lighting's set up, but this is the SPC pink sample. I promise it is pink. It's not really showing up very well. Maybe it'll show up better on the other camera. There you go. It is pink. It is pink. It's a little bit different to the play tray pink, but it is pink. So there we go. So that's going to have some pictures taken of it soon, and just for a bit of reference, it's going to go with the silver. So just so you can see what the pen rail might look like. So the JO2 Blackout Edition is coming very, very soon. Thinking first week in February currently, and that's going to go live with the SPC edition as well. So if you're in the SPC, you can have the opportunity to purchase the SPC edition. You actually have to be in the SPC at the time it goes live. You can't like pick it and choose later on, but we'll see.
Incredible.
Show it top down beside JJW. Wait, what? What am I showing? The pink? There. Like, I know that the streaming lights are so off today, like, the lighting's just so crap. I apologize, guys. But I promise you it's pink. Like, this is pink, I promise you. They are pink. I'll take some nice pictures of it when I can get some decent lighting, when I'm not in the office and trying to stream and 1,001 other things. But yes, there we go. Robert Mikey, thank you so much for continued gift sub. I appreciate that as well. I appreciate that. Right, okay. Perlin Merlin says hi, her phone's dead. Oh, bless her. Bless her. Well done to Perlin for letting her phone die. It's always really dead. Whenever she shares a picture, like a screenshot of her phone, it's always on like 2%. As well as that, as well as the Blackout JO2 and the SPC edition JO2, we also have the plate group buy for carbon fiber starting on Monday or Tuesday this week. It just depends on when I get the final piece of information from the manufacturer. So that's going to start on Monday, Tuesday. Towards the back end of this week, the plate cutting service will be back as well, because I'll be ready to use the laser. I'm thinking that might go back up over the weekend, next weekend, and then we can start cutting a week on Monday, which would be good. So that's looking good too. As well as that, we also have a ton of stuff going in stock as extras on Monday. So get your wallets ready for this, guys, because we have GMK Dual Shot, we have GMK Boho, we have GMK Moonlight all going in stock, as well as some desk mats, some BN006 macro pads, DCS Blue Moon, and a few other bits and pieces as well. So watch out for that. And if you haven't seen Dual Shot, like, this came out so well. Like, look how good these novelties are. Look how good. Sorry, this is the accent kit. Look how good the accent kit came out. I'm super, super happy with this. And the novelties as well. If you like anything that's themed around what this is themed around, without me breaking any terms of service, it come out so good. So good. The plate group buy for CF plates will be open for 3 weeks. Just for 3 weeks. So if you are interested in Dual Shot, get ready for it tomorrow, 6 PM UK time. It will be in stock. You will be able to pick it up. We have every kit available in stock. The accent kit, the novelties kit, the obscure kit, the matte kit, the international kit, both base kits, everything is available. There'll be some more desk mats as well. The console desk mats and the mecha desk mats, they'll be both restocked as well. So there's plenty of stuff available for Dual Shot. So watch out for that, 6 PM tomorrow afternoon, Monday. Don't say I didn't say. Because it's come out so good. I was actually trying to find my personal set of dual shot round one after I've seen this, because I've bought myself the accents and novelties that went in round one to go with my round one set, and it's on a keyboard and I don't know which keyboard it's on, so I can't find it. I thought it was on my Rama Thermal by Wilbur, but it's not, so I don't know where it is or what it's on. But it's tough. It's tough. Snap some outside pickies tomorrow and I'll see you right. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. I will take some nice pictures of these samples tomorrow and share them with you so you can get me some decent pictures. I just got it real close then. Could you describe the process for the CF plate group buy, where to upload plate files? Yeah, so basically, all you need to do is provide me a Google Drive link or a Dropbox link or something to the file. You basically add that into the notes section. So you go onto group buy page, you will order a plate. It will be a set price. It doesn't matter how big or how small the plate is. We're just going to do one price. Keep it nice and simple. Shipping will be whatever it is to you. That's varies depending on where you are around the world. I think the price is going to be either £25 or £27. I haven't worked it out quite yet, but I need to see on exchange rates and things like that. I think it's going to be closer to £25. That's including VAT, slightly cheaper excluding VAT. You'll add it to your basket, you'll go to checkout, you'll add a note at checkout, which is basically just going to be the link to your plate file, and then you're just going to click buy. That's it, that's done. We'll then take your plate file, we'll give it a quick check, and then we'll put it into the system for being produced. Now, it is on you to make sure the plate file's correct. If the plate file is wrong, that's on you, right? I'm only going to make whatever files you send me. If it's for a board that we've produced, such as it's a JO1, a JO2, I think Josh has produced some plates recently as well. If it's one of those, you can just say in the notes at checkout which particular plate file that you want if it's one of ours that we produce. if you ask for something that we haven't produced, so it's not us, we'll come back to you and ask for the file off you. So if you say, send us a file, say, I want a Duck Viper V2 plate. I don't have the files for that. I can't share them with you. I don't have access to it. You'll have to share me the file. So I can't share with you someone else's file, even if someone else has submitted a Duck Viper V2 plate file. I can't legally share that with you due to data protection reasons and everything else. You have to share the file with me unless it's something that PT owns the rights to. Just bear that in mind. But that's it, nice and simple. You submit the file, pay the money, I'll get it cut, it'll ship to you. Job done. Is GMK Red Alert going live as well? Red Alert has not arrived here at PT just yet. It's on its way to PT, but it has not arrived. I think it's due to arrive on Monday, so extras for that will be later on in the week. But Dual Shot, Moonlight, and Boho, all 3 GMK sets will be in stock on Monday at 6 PM. I think Deepwell, Red Alert, Moomin, and something else are on the way, but we don't have them as yet. They're like literally stuck in customs right now. Cool. Patient with GMK has a courier to be in stock. Yeah, that's not too far away now, I think. I think I saw that that's just finished packing as well. I think it's a V2 Dynamics. I think it's a V2. Yeah, 75 V2. Thera75 V2. It is a V2 that we're building today.
Tasty, tasty.
Any news on whether you'll be stocking Novel Keys PBT Sage? We've actually asked them if we can stock a few of their PBT sets. So hopefully soon. Like I'm just waiting on an invoice of stuff that I can stock because we've already got Copper in stock, we've got NK Olivia in stock, and a few others as well. So yeah, watch out for that. Geeky Ed, thank you so much for the 8 months of subs. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right then, guys, let's see what you guys want a discount for. Put your suggestions in chat now. What would you like to see a discount for the streaming party for? Basically, you can suggest anything that we've got in stock right now. I'll pick something at random from chat, and we'll put a discount on it for the next couple of hours until like midnight UK time. I'll give you the code and everything else. Just pop in chat what you'd like to see a discount on. You want to see a discount on Josh? Let me load up the website so I can actually do this and put it live. I should have prepped this. I'm so late today. We were out all day today and we only got in like 40 minutes before I was supposed to start streaming, so I've been rushing around. And we also got a lot of prototypes in. Well, they came in on Friday, but I only had a chance to open them today, so I was like trying to rush open them before the stream. So yeah, I just ran out of time today. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. I'm just setting up a new discount for it. Okay, I'll set the end time as midnight tonight. Cool. Okay, let's see what you guys have been suggesting. Let's scroll back a little bit. What have you been suggesting? Tim says Olivia. We do have NK Olivia, yeah. Blackbrook wants Olivia as well. What else do we see? Any suggestions for... I'm scrolling through. Any word on the Freebird boss? Yeah, most of the Freebirds went out last week. We do have all the ones waiting for ISO plates still on hold until the ISO plates turn up. I'm in two minds as to what to do about the extras because we've got a load of them. I might just put some up this week, probably Friday this week, I think. But it won't be all of them, probably on Friday. Do I have a picture of the forged carbon fiber plates? They look sick. If anyone hasn't seen them before, I might have one to hand, you know. No. I don't. I thought I had a forged carbon fiber plate to hand. I don't. I only have the woven carbon fiber. The only issue with the forged ones is they don't sound as good because they sound like FR4. So I'm not as fan on the sound of them, but they do look good. We don't have GMK Hazakura, so we can't do that. DMT Deepwell isn't here yet. I see Olivia suggested a bit more. PBT Galaxy. I'll take some nice pictures for you tomorrow, Josh. Olivia to free up space for me next round. Okay, everyone's saying NK Olivia. Okay, let's do NK Olivia then. So you guys have asked for NK Olivia. Let me find that product. Let's do both sets of Olivia. Let's see if I can find it on the store first. The way that the way that Shopify works is really weird for stuff. Right, okay, so it's the standard and the APL versions. Let's add those. Let's do a, what should we do? 12% discount, I think, on those is probably about right. Let's do a 12% discount on those. Okay. So the code's going to be slightly different. It's going to be streaming party 1 because I'm going to have to do a new code each week so you guys can keep using them. Let's get a link to that. Let's make sure that works. Okay. Okay. Right, okay, I have it all ready. I think woven carbon fiber sounds way better than FR4, Mr. Pokemon Kid. But it's all preference, right? Right, there is your discount link. You can pick up NK Olivia, which is officially licensed by Olivia. It is in stock. It'll ship within the next few working days. The code to use is Streaming Party 1. That's all one word, capital S, capital P. No need for quotation marks. I'll drop that into chat now as well. And I'll pin both of those so you guys can see. So yeah, so from now until midnight tonight, NK Olivia is 12% off. If you use code Streaming Party 1 at checkout. Let's see what that actually does to the price. Let me have a look and see what that does to the price. So instead of it being $94.99, it makes it oh yeah, I need to look in, that's why. Let me just look in. Chimneys? I've got to tap chimneys. Motorcycles? Okay. Getting caught out by my own by my own captures. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Right, okay. It puts it to $91.74 shipped in the UK. So it puts it even cheaper with shipping with the 12% discount on there. So it puts it, instead of it being 79.16 before that, it makes it 69.67 before that. What's that after that? Let's work that out. 69.67 times 1.2. It makes it £83.60. £83.60 down from 95 quid. I think that's pretty good for Olivia. That's pretty good. Yeah, 69.67. So there you go, guys. There you go. Yeah, but it's down to 91 quid shipped in the UK for NK Olivia. I think that's pretty good, right? So feel free to have at that, guys. That's now live until midnight tonight or the end of the stream, whichever comes latest. If we're streaming past midnight, I'll make it till the end of the stream. Right, okay. So today we are building hopefully 2 keyboards. Skimson, thank you so much for the sub, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Hopefully we're going to be building 2 keyboards. We're definitely going to build a Thera75 because I've been supposed to build this on Friday and I didn't get around to it. But yeah, it's Thera75 V2 for a customer. We're going to be using Gateron X switches. The customer requested these from my personal collection. They did try and send me some switches that never arrived, so we're going to build it with those. They've asked for an ANSI layout with case foams only and no plate foams. So that's how we're going to build the board today. I'm not doing 2 keyboards at the same time. I'm not going to do 2 keyboards at the same time. Do I think about grey cloudline and GMK dual shot? I think that would look stunning. Like the grey cloud lines and the silver cloud lines were the 2 best colours in my head. So there you go. The man 2K, hey man, thanks very much for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, 69, nice. Yeah, use code Streaming Party 1 for a 12% discount. NK Olivia caps at checkout. That's correct, Robot Mikey. Right up until midnight tonight. You thought you could debate me? Yeah, it's good to see you though, Penguin Droppings. I've not seen you around for a while, so I'm glad to see you. I hope you're still using your JR1. I think you have a JR1, right? I'm pretty sure you do. Right, okay, let's flip over the cameras and let's start to have a look at the build that we're going to do for the customer today. You basically unfolded everything keyboards except here. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Right, let's flick over to the other camera and you guys can then see what we're doing today. GMK Olivia R3 is on the way. Yeah, I'm waiting for details, but yeah, it's going to happen. I don't think it's too far away now. I have some details on it. I can't share yet, but not all. That baby will be buried with me. I hope you know. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Right. Okay. so I'm pretty sure the customer asked for this to be built plateless. Let me get up their instructions. Where's my folder? Right. Okay. Do 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 do.
Incredible.
Okay. Yes, so build type plateless, layout ANSI, layout standard ANSI build, nothing out of the ordinary, foams, just the case foams, there we go, and a force break mod if it's needed. I won't do the force break mod on stream because I don't have any tape to hand, but if we need it, we will do that. So there we go, ANSI layout all the way. Jay's the one who got me into customs. Oh, well, I don't know if that's something I should thank you for or not, but it means the world to me. Right, okay, so we're not going to use this plate. This is a carbon fiber plate. We're not going to be using that today, so I'll pop that to one side. We do have some stabilizers. We have a lot of other little bits as well here for this build. My wallet doesn't yet. It never does with keys. Keys can be expensive. Okay, so we have the plateless kit. We'll figure out how that works. Some screws, some standoffs, which we shouldn't need for this because it should be a solder build. We have the feet, we have some tools which we won't need, we have some more screws. So let's just pop all of the screws up at the top. There we go. We'll keep the feet out because we use those quite quickly. I'll keep the plateless build there as well. Then in this little packet we have a daughter board and cable. Redeemed coffee check. So I'm on good behavior today. I can actually tell you exactly what coffee I'm drinking today because I'm good and I sorted things out. We now keep the coffee itself after we've emptied the bag into the machine. So the coffee we're drinking is from Shaloa Coffee Roasters. And this is a Colombian coffee called Villa Maria. The tasting notes are nutty, milk chocolate, caramel, and red apple. Stone fruits acidity. I can kind of get the caramel and the chocolatey taste in this coffee. I don't get the acidity in there from the red apple or anything like that. But there you go. That's what we're drinking today. That is the coffee that's in that cup. Look at this prepared strimmer. We don't need the other daughter board. There is a spare one, so we'll keep that to one side. We do have stabilizers. And we've got the feet.
Tasty,
there we go.
tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you, Karcher, for the sub. I really appreciate that, my man. It's good to see you. We also have our PCB here. We have a Bolivia with similar notes at the moment. It's gorgeous. Yeah, this is really nice. I'm a big fan of this coffee. This is our PCB for the build today. And I believe that to do this plateless, all we do is pop these little socks over the ends on here. That's all we need to do. So we're just going to go plateless today. Can you just date Jay? Sure. Yeah, you can date me. That's fine. When are you taking me out? Yeah, they're called PCBs of these actually. The Thera guys do, the Crate Keepers guys do a great job on the PCB design. So you can see it's got the flex cuts in there, but everything's routed nicely. Look at how neat this routing is. I need a decent macro lens for shots like this. What keycap set is the discount code for? Today the discount is for NK Olivia, Novel Keys Olivia set that's in stock. 12% discount on any NK Olivia set in stock. There's both the APL and the standard version. And yeah, you get 12% off using code STREAMINGPARTY1, which should be in the pins. Okay, here we have the foams. Now they've asked for the case foams, so let's take a look at those and make sure we get the right foams out.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Lord G, for the follow. I thoroughly appreciate that. Yeah, I know exactly how pricey how pricey it is, Josh. You are not wrong. Okay, So there's two bits of case foams there. There is the under PCB foam. Now this is the solder version of the PCB, so we are going to be soldering this today. I'm not sure if they have an under PCB version for the solder, but he has asked for the case foams only, which means that we're not going to be putting those two in because they're the in-between switch foams. We're not going to be needing those. I'll pop them to one side. Let's assume that we're going to need this sheet for the inside of the board and this sheet as well. He hasn't asked for the PE sheet as well, so we won't include that either. This one is the one that sits on top of the PCB, but they've only asked for the case foams, not the switch foams or the plate foams, so we won't pop that in. And then there is this one that sits on top of these two on the inside of the case as well. So just like so. I believe we need those two as well. We don't need those. There we go. So keep these foams out to one side as well, because those are all foams we're going to need in the build today. I'm just going to pop those under there. Copying right now. They will match the board perfectly. What isn't pricey is yeah, what isn't pricey is NK Olivia. NK Olivia is on discount, yeah. So GMK announced that they will finish all the backlog have until September. What do you think? Is this something they can achieve as far as you know? Yeah, okay. So let me talk about this before we carry on the build for a little bit, because this is really cool. So if you haven't seen the videos already, GMK have posted some Insta videos recently of their new sorting machine. And I've kind of like put my own post in my stories about this today. So do go check that out. You can follow us on Instagram just down here. Nice little plug there. So GMK have invested in a new machine. That new machine is absolutely massive. It is huge. It's 10 meters long, 5 meters wide, 4 meters high, and it's there to do one purpose. The biggest issue GMK have had for a long time is not production. They can produce stuff fast. Okay, they can produce a set fast. The issue that they've had is the packing and sorting. When you get a GMK set, and I think I have a one. When you get a GMK set and it comes in one of these boxes, they do this by hand. They take the trays out of here, they put each letter in by hand, and that takes a long time. Imagine how long it takes you to take a keycap set off a board and put it back in this box. They do that with every single base kit that they sell. So if I have 100 base kits for something sat in the workshop, that's someone who's done that 100 times, okay? So they do 100 base kits a day or whatever, and that's about it. So it takes a long time to fill up one of these boxes with all of the keycaps that you need, and that was done manually until recently. As of like a couple of weeks ago, as GMK announced, they now have an automated sorting machine, and this can do like 20 key sets in 20 minutes. Now if you tried to do 20 key sets in 20 minutes, you physically couldn't do that. That is obscenely fast for hand sorting what could be 100 keys in a base kit. It's super quick. Like, it's picking 5 or 6 keycaps every single second and placing them into the tray. It's so fast, it's unbelievable. And that means that they're going to be able to get their backlog down. So instead of having this whole lot of stuff that's been produced and is sat there in barrels waiting to be plugged into these boxes ready to ship out to vendors, they've now got a tool that will actually automate a lot of that for them. So this only works for base kits. For child kits, such as the dual shot ones I showed earlier, they're still going to manually do these ones. So these ones are still going to manually do, and they basically drop the keys in and push it through a machine that seals it up. But it's going to, for the child kits, it's going to be a little bit slower. But if the guys only have to do child kits manually and everything else is being done automatically, it's going to speed it up so much. And you might have noticed that GMK have actually started shipping things a lot faster recently. So we went from getting one GMK set every 2 to 3 weeks in, every 2 to 3 months in, to getting 6 or 7 every single month. And now we're getting 3 or 4 every single week. So it's huge. It's absolutely huge. People have been saying that GMK haven't been doing anything for so long, and you know, they haven't been doing anything to reduce these lead times, and this is proof of it. Like, one of these machines doesn't just turn up overnight. Like, they've invested 7 figures in this. 7 figures. That's a huge amount of money to invest in a machine to sort plastic keycaps. It's massive. They're changing the game. They are changing the game, and they are going to get back down to lead times of less than 6 months by the end of this year. You can mark my words on that. I can almost guarantee that if you run a group buy in January 2024, so a year from now, you'll have it before the summer 2024. I can guarantee that's where they're going to get to. So yeah, there you go. Why don't they just do what CRP does and ship sets in small boxes? Because if you think about it, that's a lot more work. manual labor in China is significantly cheaper than it is in Germany. Like in Germany, you have to pay people set wages. In China, labor is a lot cheaper because the spending power of the dollar is significantly more, and there are less protections for workers over there. So you can do things like that in China and it's easier, but that's because you have more manpower that you can throw at things just to get stuff done. That's not necessarily an option for GMK, and their machines are set up in a certain way to present a certain amount of keycaps at a certain amount of times. So they are much more of a fan of doing the base kits. Yeah, so that's just their model. They don't want to do smaller kits, they want to do base kits. But yeah, it's absolutely massive news for them. It's huge. It's bigger than anyone gives it credence, I think. So yeah, that's my thought. They're doing what for years with the trays? What were they doing for years with trays, Oxy? GMK have never ever automated the packing of the trays before. This is all new.
Incredible.
This is all new. Previously, GMK were doing, up until very recently, GMK were packing the whole of every base kit by hand, and now they're doing it automated.
Incredible.
So, there you go. Right, okay, on to the build. Let's have a look at the keyboard itself. And here is the board. It's in a stunning beige colorway. This is actually really, really, really nice.
Incredible.
I kind of really like this. I'm kind of digging this color. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. I really appreciate that. So they don't want to put the child kits in bags because bags just end up with scratched keycaps and things like that, or it can do. Yeah, but people don't want that, Oxy. People don't want them to put them in boxes because in a small box the keycaps can get scratched. Remember, PBT is different to ABS. So you're talking about CRP, which manufactures PBT keycaps, which don't scratch very easily and have die sub legends on.
Incredible.
And because of the die sub process, there's always going to be small marks and things aren't quite perfect anyway. With GMK, it's double shot ABS, so if you rub those keys together, they will mark each other. So they don't want to do that. They want to lay everything out nice and smooth and make sure that stuff can't rattle around too much. So that's why they don't do it in bags. They never have done, and they never will go back to that. So yeah, there's more than one reason to things as well. You have to remember that. And the other thing as well is they also have to abide by the other thing you'll see on GMK sets, which you won't see on any of the manufacturers, is this. All of this here. It's small parts not suitable for children. So the packaging they have has to pass the laws in Germany for it to be not accessible to children, or for children to not be able to accidentally eat it. Small boxes and bags probably don't count for that. Just little things to bear in mind that people miss. Today's discount code is pinned, or it should be pinned. It's Streaming Party 1, and it will get you 12% discount on NK Olivia in stock right now. Okay. Tasty. I really like this color. Like, it looks a little bit greenish on the light here, but it's not. It's really, really nice and beige. It's so hard to show you a good color of it today. I apologize, guys. I am gonna have to get the cameras fixed in here. You know a guy that wants me as lead vendor for a set? Emails only, please. What are the other color chips next to the SBC ones? I'm not sure I'm allowed to say. How noticeable would you say the April legends are on Olivia? Makes them seem very faint. They are quite faint, yeah. I don't have a set to hand, but I can take some pictures later on if you want, Josh. They are quite faint, but honestly, it's lovely. Like, I wish that the full GMK version had the APL sub legends on because they're so nice. What do you want to see the other colour chips? We've got pink, we've got blackout, we've got silver, we've got brown, we've got plum. This is basically we're trying a new manufacturer out. So because we're doing things with a new manufacturer, we get new samples. We have these from other manufacturers as well. But yeah, we get new samples. Sagiri, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you here. that's those installed. Let's take the case apart and we can get the foams installed then. I think we need this screwdriver. No, I've got the screwdrivers in my slots the wrong way around. What is that plum? I don't know any of this. You know nothing of it. You do know of the plum. The plum's actually really nice. Like, it's not going to show up very well, but this color is to die for. Let me see if I can get the pink next to it. The pink's so hard to show. It's so not translucent. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, the pink and the plum actually go really well together. They look really nice together. You love the overall vibes here. Thank you, I appreciate that. Iridescent? No, it's not iridescent. It's just so hard to get the cameras to pick up the color. Like this tray is pink and it's almost the same color, but it's just so hard to get the cameras to pick up the color, especially because we keep changing the office setup as well. So what I am going to do is I'm going to have the whole office rigged for proper lighting soon, and the whole background will be lit up when we get the office finished here. And we'll have like a fully lit up streaming setup rather than it being dark in the background. That's the plan. Just a little bit of time away. We still haven't quite finished everything from the move. My entire life is about accurate coloring cameras. I feel the pain. Maybe I should get you up, Tim, and you can help me set it all up once it's done, because it's such a pain. Like, the other issue as well is like if you turn off the PC and forget to save something, like you have to reset the whole thing up again. Yeah, it's not green. This is beige. Like, it's so difficult to shade beige. It looks green, I know, but it's not. Like, it is beige. Like let me show you something pure white next to it for reference. That's pure white. So this is beige. So there we go. The mint on this board is low-key fire. It's not mint. Right, okay. Time to pop the daughter board in. Leave the screws here. That sounds good, Tim. We will absolutely do that. I just need to finish the office space off itself and get the soundboards up on the wall and stuff like that. It's just all time though, isn't it? Everything takes time these days. Okay, so is that going to fit in there nicely? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to pop the cable in for this. This is just a standard ribbon cable. Make sure we get this in the right way. So basically what we're going to do is pop open the little flaps here. He says, struggling to actually open it. There we go. I'm going to pop the cable in. And then we're going to clamp the clamp shut. There we go. It's now all nicely held in place. Okay, then we're going to bob this in the board. It's going to sit just there. Take our screws and put that down. Play tray is like the best thing to be done in the custom world. Yeah, the play trays are pretty cool. I think we have like 1 or 2 left in stock if anyone's looking for them. But they are pretty fun. I have had a few people ask me about lubing these to make the balls move faster. Just don't use like a fluid lube. You want like a dry lube, something like a Teflon or something like that. Because if you put like 205 grade 0 in there, it's just going to stop it moving. It's not going to make it run smoother. I recommend it's mechanical movement here, not something you're smoothing out. Pick Chris up on the way? Absolutely. Lottie's a great assistant. I can believe that. I can absolutely believe that. Right, let's get the case foams in place. Make sure that these are all lined up nice and neatly. It's got those two to drop in just there like so. Then we have the actual case foams to come in. just like so. Going to tuck all that down nicely. Ooh, I've got some bits and pieces just floating around on this. Let's get rid of those. Now I've got one more sheet just here to go in. Just going to pop that down just like so. Okay. We're going to leave the hot swap foam out because this is not a hot swap board, so we don't need that. But there we go. That's the case all ready to go together. What we can do is just pop the top case on, and then we can pop this just out of the way up here, ready for the rest of the build to complete. Just like so. Right, okay, so next job now is to get our stabilizers in the board. And remember guys, we're building this ANSI for the customer today. They have requested ANSI, so that's what we're going to do. We'll need those, put that to one side. We'll need the screws. Now we do have a 6.25U spacebar, so that's the spacebar we're going to use today. And then we need a standard ANSI, so we need a 2U4 backspace, a 2U for the ANSI enter, and a 2U for the left shift. The right shift we will split so that they have an FN key if that's an option. Yes, it looks to be. Wait, no, it's not, so it will need a stabilizer there as well. So I think we have a spare stabilizer. Did we not? Oh, yes, it's here. I knew we'd had a bag with a spare stabilizer in. Hey, Gouty, thank you very much for being here, man. Okay. So now we've got everything together. What we're going to do... Oh, we've got the... There we go. Just pop these back in here. Pop the screws back in as well. So now we've got the wires that we need. We're going to need the housings as well. So we're going to need one housing, two sets of housings and two sets of inserts for a space bar. We're going to need two inserts and two sets of housings for our enter. We're going to need two inserts and two housings for our backspace. We're going to need two inserts and two housings for our left shift. And we're going to need the same for our right shift, but it looks like we've got an extra housing and we're missing an insert. Let's, oh no, it's just me counting one. There we go. Cool, so we do have everything we need. We've got all the screws as well. So we're just going to pop the inserts in the housings and get these ready to go. I'm just going to slide these in nice and easily. Now, these are screw-in stabs as well, so we'll get these all lubed up and tuned and screwed into the board shortly. It's a goots. It is goots. You guys give me the impression that Brighton is full of smart, sexy people. I think that's true, right? I think that's like a well-known fact that Brighton is just full of smart and sexy people. Whoops. Perhaps we should do like an SPC only open day at the workshop. Maybe that's something we should do. Get some lunch in, get around the meeting table. Just have a real good time. Ah, there is one more. There should be another one. Right. Time to get some lube out. Remember guys, when you're lubing as well, it's always easy to add more lube later on than it is to take it away. So just take things steady. You don't have to put too much lube on. Start with the spacebar wire. So yeah, so you want a nice even coverage, but you don't want to put too much on. So we've got too much on our brush here. So I'm just going to wipe that off and then come back on. I'm just going to make sure that loop is nice and evenly spread around the wire. To make sure we've got a nice lubricated wire. We're going to slide that into the bottom of the two holes on the insert and then clip it into the front of the housing. And then we're going to do the other side.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you so much. I'm famous, I swear, for the 3 months of subs. Nice 3 months. Make sure you stretch your back, my dude. Yeah, I will do. I actually have a new stool coming here for this seat as well, which would be good. It does have a back on it, because currently this desk's quite high up. It's a lot higher than a standard desk is, so I have to use like a little workshop stool to sit on, because my desk chair does not go high enough to actually sit here. This is like the height of like a standard kitchen work table, like a kitchen worktop, so it's a little bit higher. So I do have like a proper stool coming with a back support, which I'm very excited for. Okay. That's one stabilizer done apart from the slider rails. So what we've done so far is the housings. I've got these little tiny black bits of foams all over the desk, getting right in the way and sticking to the lube on my fingers. Okay. Just painting on a nice, even, thin amount. What lube are you using there? This is 205 grade 2. Which is probably my favourite lube for just general keyboard stuff overall. I think it makes a great lube for switches as long as you are super light on it. Most of my lubing these days is done by Matt the Pokemon Kid, who is in chat. So if you guys need any lubing doing, I do recommend his services. I just don't have the time these days to do any lubing anymore. There we go. That's that one done. I'm going to move on to the next one. Thanks for the recommendation. You're welcome. He actually lubed the switches we're going to use today because this customer bought them from my personal collection of switches rather than from the store. So these were actually already lubed by Matt. What's the watch today? Apple Watch today, yeah. I was in the workshop earlier on today doing some stuff on the car, so I tend to wear my Apple Watch for stuff like that. Just because it's already covered in scratches and stuff. And if I don't hear my phone because I've got headphones in, at least I get like the vibrations on my wrist when anything happens that I need to be aware of. Okay. Yeah, I think you were saying that Apple Watches don't work on your tattoos, Tim, I think. I'm sure I saw you say that.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you quite well for the follow. I appreciate that. Do you also happen to offer build service for keyboard support? Yeah, we can offer a build service for pretty much anything. The build queue is quite long actually at the minute. I think it's about 4 weeks from you requesting the build service to it being done, just based on how much time I have to build them. I can only realistically build about 10 keyboards a week, fitting it in with my other tasks and everything else I need to do. So I should probably start streaming them a lot more actually, because I tend to do them on a night time. But yeah, I think about 4 weeks is the current wait time. Interesting, Tim. Yeah, the Apple Watches are pretty good for the sensors. I know when I used to have a Fitbit, I used to wear it on the underside of my wrist, and my tattoo here sometimes would stop it working if it rode up my wrist. And that's not even all black. It's nowhere near the level that you have. Okay, there we go. I'm right-handed. I am right-handed, but I do wear my watch on the left wrist. Okay, so now we're just going to paint a very, very thin layer of lube on each of the slider sides, just to make sure that everything's nicely lubricated. We're not trying to gum up the works here, so you don't want too much. Now I'm just going to blob a nice small amount just in the rear of each stabilizer as well, just to make sure that if there is any movement with the wire, it remains lubricated. Move on to the next one. Clean down the brush a little, and then a really super thin layer just on each side of the sliders, just to make sure everything runs smoothly. And then just a small blob just in the rear. If we make a mess, we'll clean it off. Where is the left-handed gang? Yeah, I'm not left-handed. Good friend of mine's left-handed, which means that he can't write with a fountain pen. So he has to use ballpoint pens, even though he really likes fountain pens and things like that. And a couple of the people who work for us are left-handed as well. One more stabilizer and the spacebar to go, and we are all lubed up. I actually find binder's note so annoying because it brushes up the lens left hand, so I reverse it so it's upside down. Ah yeah, I never thought about binders, but yeah, that makes sense. Wish Crate Keeps released the Great Wall 60 before the A75. Is it a solder build? This is a solder build, yes. We'll be doing some soldering shortly. So remember guys as well, when we do solder, you can ask any question you'd like about any topic. As long as it's stream safe, I will answer anything at all. So you can start thinking about your questions now for when we solder in a few minutes time. No topic is off limits as long as it's stream safe and I'm not going to get banned from Twitch for you asking it. Well, for me answering it. You asking it's not going to get me banned. I'll get you banned though. Lefty right here. Nice. Okay, so that's the stabilizers all lubed up. It's time to get them in the board. Go. I've got a little bit too much lube on my fingers here. Wait. So this customer's requested this to be built ANSI. This is an ISO only PCB, I think. This PCB. Oh wait, no, it's ANSI. Sorry, I'm miles away there. Wait, what? I don't know what I was even thinking. It is ANSI. Sorry. I was having an absolute moment there. I apologise in advance. It just felt wrong for some reason. It's because this row here where there's no shift was throwing me off. the routing is too nice and I was mistaken. So we can't do, we have to do split left shift, that's fine. Yeah, okay, great. So we've removed an extra one. That's fine, we can send it back to the owner all looped up. Cool, okay. Right, let's get these installed with the screws and everything now. Hot swap is NC only. Yeah. I was just looking at the PCB wrong. Like I just did like a double take. Like, you know when you question yourself sometimes because you look at something, you're like, wait a minute. That's all it was. But I soon realised the error of my ways and corrected myself. I've stared at too many PCBs recently. Okay, so now we just need a normal screwdriver, and all we're going to do is we're going to pop the little grommets onto the end of the screws. We're just going to make sure we've got enough of these pre-done so we can just put the screws straight into the board. These are just little paper spacers, grommets, washers, whatever you want to call them. And all they're going to do is they're going to stop any shorting on the board. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ANSI is wrong, that's why it felt wrong. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we built something ISO actually. What was the last thing we built ISO on the stream? Probably one of my personal collection. I did stare at some pretty PCBs the other week. Still here. Look how good these are. This is proper pink. So very, very soon these are going to be in stock. Oh, did I build that ISO? I don't really class anything HHKB as ISO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pink PCB looks expensive. We're going to have them for a good price. Don't forget about that. And they're going to be used for the JO2 as well. And basically all of the PT boards going forward. We have a TKL one as well. So they're going to be in stock very soon. You in love with the PCB you sent me to shoot? It's so pretty. Way nicer IRL. It's so hard to show like decent quality pictures online. Yeah, I've installed the firmware, Josh. I haven't tested it yet, but I will be testing that at some point tomorrow. Man, just all these demands on my time.
Tasty, tasty.
Storesness, thank you so much for the 21-month streak, dude. That's absolutely amazing. 21 months, that's crazy. Thank you so much, dude. Right, okay, so now we've got our screws all ready. We're going to pop these in the board. We're just going to gently pop these in for each of the stabilizers that we have already installed. And remember, when you're screwing these down, you're not trying to crush the PCB. You just want to go finger tight and then a quarter turn more. That's all you need to do. Just trying to get them nice and secure, not kill the keyboard. I have seen people over tighten these so much that it crushes the PCB and cracks it. I don't understand why people would do that. Move on to the spacebar now. Did you include the paper washers? If not, where did you source them from? This kit from the customer came with the paper washers, yes. You can source them most places. If you must, Amazon will do them, but if not, lots of hardware stores will do them. You can find them online quite easily. Yeah, lots of paper washers available out there. And there we go, that's our stabilizers all installed. Now they do want this board building plateless, so we're just going to be putting the switches straight into the PCB assembly here, rather than using the plate, so we're going to go for that. And I think these are going to go pretty much straight in and hold in nicely, I hope. Okay, yeah, that's holding in just about. So we're just going to pop these in, make sure they're all nicely pressed down. these soldered in just a minute. Some of these may not hold, like some of these are feeling a little bit loose, so we'll see when we flip it over. This may be maybe one when we have to get a bit of cardboard or part of the box or something to cover this so that we can flip it over easily. We'll see how it goes. I was hoping the switches would have a little bit more bite into the PCB, but they're only just holding in. I think if I do turn this over, some are going to fall off. So we'll grab a piece of cardboard before we flip it over. We'll just get them all installed first. Yak Bat saying that it's so good to see you, my dude. So good to see you. Gator on X time. Yeah, the customer bought these from my personal collection. What's your opinion on Tomo? I'm surprised that there's so many online that's in stock. The Tomo is a great board. I don't know if we've still got any in stock actually. We may well have a couple in stock. We still have a Singer Nico in stock as well, which I'm so surprised is still there. All of the other Singer Nicos sold out in like 20 minutes. There's one purple one left in stock, and it's been like stock for like a week after we refunded an order. I'm so surprised that that's still there. I thoroughly expected that to go as soon as I put it back in stock. I'm just going to grab one of these bits of foam we're not using. Just act as like a little compression piece underneath the board as I pop the switches in. That way I don't have to keep tilling the PCB. Yeah, I've got a Tomo as well. It's just on the shelf behind me. If you want to see it, just let me know and I'll dig it out. SPC mouse update. I don't know what you want. There isn't one. It's going to take a few weeks. I haven't heard anything since I paid the bill, so I don't know. You'll have to ask Leo for an update. You'd like to see the Tomo? Yeah, I can show you the Tomo. This is my personal Tomo. The CXA sugar plum. Excuse the fingerprints. Hello. There you go. Okay. Zosco, hey man, good to see you. Those fingerprints, yeah. Like, it's almost impossible to keep that thing clean. What top is that? Is that custom? No, it's just part of the standard Tomo things, I think. Just the F and F one, that's all. It's not custom though. This is going to need some very, very careful soldering. We are going to need some cardboard. Put some cardboard on, flip the whole thing over at the same time. Otherwise we're just not going to get the switches to stay in, and they're just going to pop out. I can already see quite a few of them are quite loose. What's my daily board nowadays? So at this desk I use a JO2, and at the other desk I have currently a Matrix TKL. It's one of the Mr. Hat Christmas editions. And then at home, I have a JO1. Elder's PT hinted going on sale tomorrow. The sets that we hinted at, yeah. So Dual Shot goes in stock tomorrow. So does Moonlight. So does Boho. They'll all be in stock tomorrow. Right. Okay. So now we just need to work out the bottom row. I can't remember what bottom rows this board allows. So let's just have a look and see what it does. Thera75 V2. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's a layout options. Okay, why can I not find it? Right, okay, soldered. Here we go. So we can do 1.25, 1.25, 1.25, 6.25, 111. Okay, let me grab some keycaps. Let's see if we can find some keys with those sizes so that we can make sure everything's lined up correctly. So I'm just going to rest the keycaps very lightly on. So we're just going to go 1.25. Oh wait, we've put that on wrong. 1.25. Which I won't have any. Whoops, I won't have enough keys here for this. Let's see. This is a 6.25U space bar. Which goes there. Just need some more 1.25U keycaps. Okay. There's one more 1.25U keycap. Come on, where are you? There you are. And then we can just make sure we're putting these in the right holes. I could probably have visually done this, but it's much easier to do it this way. Incredible. Thank you so much, Gia Squared. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. And then we want 3 1U keycaps just to this side. There's one. And we're not putting these fully onto the switches. We're just barely putting them on just to rest them on. And that's 2. And then this is going to be the third one. And that's 3. That's all going to sit like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make sure that I put those in the right places as I take the switches off, the caps. So we're going to see that that one only has one slot that can go in. Thank you so much, Sojaman, for gifting the 5 subs of views. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And congratulations to everyone who's got the subs. That one goes in just like so. And that one goes in just like so. Oh, wait a second. That one sits there just like so. And then that one sits there. That one sits there, and that one sits there. There we go. That's all of our switches popped into place. Right, let's get this this flipped over and ready to solder. So we just need something to hold the keycaps in place. We're just going to use this GMK set for now, and then we're just going to quickly flip it over, just like so. And then we're going to use this to solder on. So effectively what we've done is we've just flipped the whole thing over. We've lost one keycap at the very least, but I think most of the other ones are in there. We can fix that afterwards. And all we've done is basically just allowed it to let us keep the keycaps in place. Sorry, the switches in place whilst we solder. Let's zoom in so you guys can see that. So now all of the switches are in place. They're all pressed through into the PCB correctly. We can push down on the PCB, or we can leave ones if they need pushing back into the plate and PCB assembly a little bit more. But yeah, it's all looking good. I'm broadly confident that they're all in the right place. There's a couple that are just going to need a little bit of persuasion, but we'll come to those in a second. It's time now to get the soldering done. Which means that you guys can ask any question you'd like whilst we're soldering. Any question at all, as long as it's stream safe. You can ask any question you'd like. All you need to do is tag me with @jprototypist in chat. Ask your question, and I'll answer. Anything at all that you'd like. There is nothing that I won't answer. Just need to tag me. Cake is ready, bring your plates. Yes, please. I'll just do a couple of switches first, just to make sure that you guys are ready to ask your questions. And then we'll crack on with the questions very, very soon. I'm just trying to gauge how easy these are going to solder in. I think we're going to be okay. I think there's just a little bit too much play in the box for me to get all of these switches lined fully how I'd like them, but I think we'll be alright. I think as long as I take it slow, we'll be good. So we're going to need plenty of questions this week, guys. Plenty of questions. The first question comes from Andromeda Keebs, and they say, is there any GMK sets you'd like to see have another run, whether it's because you missed it or you want to see slight amendments to colours or kitting? I'd love to see a proper GMK Solarized Dark. Like, the original set that ran was okay, and it's actually one of my favourite sets, but it doesn't look like Solarized Dark is supposed to look. So I'd love to see that rerun in the proper Solarized Dark colours and be matched a little bit better. I would absolutely love to see that happen again. In terms of any others, I think there's a few from just from the public that people would love to see. I think Darling is one that I get asked often. Is that going to rerun? Is it going to be a PBT version? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? So I think that'd be good to see run again as well. There's probably a couple of sets that I've seen run in other profiles that I'd like to see run through it. Cannon Cap Sugar Plum I'd love to see in GMK profile. I think that's a really nice set. So yeah, so there's a few. Okay, this is just going to take us a little bit longer than normal to solder, but it's okay, it's going well. So all I'm doing here is I'm just making sure the switches are fully pressed into the plate, into the PCB, because they're not holding on their own. So I'm just making sure they're fully pressed in before we solder them in place. That's why you'll see me solder one leg and then put some pressure on the PCB, just to make sure it's fully seated before I solder the second pin. So you might see that here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to solder one pin. Once it's soldered, I'm going to let it cool. I'm going to reflow that as I'm pushing down on the plate, on the PCB assembly, pushing the switch further into the plate into the PCB. I keep saying plate, there is no plate. And then letting go once I know that the solder's cooled, and then I can solder the other leg. So this is just a little bit more time consuming, but it's just because of the challenge of going plateless, but it's something we can absolutely manage. Second question comes from, any ambition to make a PC board one day, either a PC version of existing design or something new? Yeah, we've looked at PC before. I've had prototypes made for PC quite often. Looks like we've lost a couple of switches on this bit here, so we're just going to ignore those for now. Come back to those and do those in a minute. PC is absolutely a material I want to do. I was actually looking at making a new design PC polycarbonate board with some friends recently. That seems to have fallen by the wayside, and I don't think it's going to happen anymore, not for lack of me wanting it to, but it just seems like it's one of those things. Sometimes people just lose passion for certain projects. Okay, I think we are going to struggle with this. So I'm almost tempted to just flip this back over and then use something a little bit firmer to hold this all in place. So I'm just going to do that now. You see I lost a couple of switches here, which hasn't helped. So I'm just going to see if I can find a little piece of board or something to use instead of the box here, because it's just a little bit on the soft side, especially with so many flex cuts in the PCB. Just need something a touch firmer. Let me see if I can find something very quickly. Let me see, there must be something around I can use. I'm struggling to find something. Just need like a bit of cardboard or piece of wood or something. What can I use that's going to be firmer? Oh. This will do, ideally. This is actually a glass shelf. Let me just move the soldering iron out of the way. Just to make sure I don't kill myself or burn anything or set the house on fire. Okay, this might be a little bit big actually. It should work okay. I think we can create the space on the desk for it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick this up. I'm going to hold on to it. Oh man, the switches just don't want to stay in this at all.
Incredible.
I'm going to... Oh gosh, this is actually really heavy. There we go. There we go. This should be a little bit firmer. Just allow me to press a little bit harder on the surface. Let's move that out of the way. Put that into position. There we go. Oh no. I slid it and it moved something out of the way.
Incredible.
Oh, okay, I see. There we go. Just got one switch that's just come out of the way. Right, okay, I think we're good to go now. I think we are good to go. Right, okay, next question. Would you consider getting another pet? Right now, no. I love pets. I love animals in general. But right now, no, I wouldn't consider getting another pet. We, like, both me and my wife have, like, full-on jobs, so we're not around enough for another pet. Like, we bring our current pet with us all over the place. And we take her everywhere, but with other pets that we'd like to have, I'd love to have some pet rats again, but we just wouldn't have the time to look after them properly.
Tasty.
So it wouldn't be fair on the animals to have any more pets. But I would love to have some more pet rats. I used to have some years ago. I used to train them to take like crumbs from between my teeth, and they were just super cute. They were called Pepper and Verity. Yeah, I do love rats. I've always fancied the idea of having a parrot as well, but my wife's scared of birds, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, I do love pets. I often live vicariously through other people when they get new pets. Okay, this is a little bit easier now. We're on a firmer surface. Good. That's looking good. Next question comes from, any plans to get any more tattoos? Yes, I do want to get some more tattoos. I'm a big fan of tattoo art, and I'm actually trying to plan something at the minute in remember to... Oh no. I did just mess up. I just tilted the whole PCB over. I think we've just lost a lot of switches. I might end up having to do these one by one, which is going to be a pain, but we'll see how that goes. Let's just see what we can do for now. I do want to have something done for my mum who died a couple of years ago, which is going to involve like a Chinese style tiger, I think. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's something that I want to get relatively soon. Yeah, okay, we've messed this up. We've messed this up big time, boys and girls and anyone else. Let's just see what we can do. Try and do as much as we can, but I've lost a couple of switches underneath by pressing too hard on one side there. So, we're going to have to do another flip in a bit. Or do switches one by one, which is fine. We'll get it done. Might just mean that we don't get to the Cake60 today. Okay, yeah, so that's what I want to get done for my mum. It'll probably be something later on this year. Do you know what's going on with the oceanographer at the minute? I noticed an update of someone in the Discord about the PCBs. Yeah, okay, so basically, Eternus, which was run by Taylor, has had a load of issues recently. Taylor's had a load of problems IRL away from keyboards, and that's just caused some knock-on delays to oceanographer. Basically what it means is I have all of the cases on hand and all of the other parts as well. All we need to do now is get PCBs produced. From what I saw on Friday and over the weekend, bear in mind I haven't been at work to actually pay this any true attention for a little bit. Taylor's now stepping back, he's not going to be involved, and Hedgie and I are just going to finish off the group buy. That does mean that we still need to order PCBs because Taylor told us he'd done it and he hasn't. So we're going to have to figure that out and work on what that looks like, but that's something for next week now. So it's going to happen, it's just going to be delayed. A lot of the cash that I owed Taylor is probably not going to get paid to him now because we're going to need that cash to produce the other stuff that he hasn't produced. I think he said he got carry cases for me, so they're going to be shipped off to me soon, I believe, and I just need to cover the shipping costs for those. So we'll see how it goes, but it's looking like it's moving in the right direction now from what I saw at the weekend. But I haven't been at work since Taylor made his announcement, so I might be a little bit behind on what the true position is. But yeah, rest assured we will do our best to make sure that gets fulfilled soon. What is a little known fun fact about Jay? A little known fun fact. I don't know. Fun fact about me. I don't know what you classify as fun, that's the thing. Like, I'm not particularly an exciting person. I don't actually do much. I've not really got many cool hobbies or anything like that, other than, you know, keyboards. But little known fact about me. Probably a little known fact is that I used to have my own pub. My first job fresh out of college, out of sixth form, was I had my own pub in Kirksall called the Old Bridge Inn. This was a long time ago, so this would have been 2004, I think.
Incredible.
2003, 2004, something like that. So 20 years ago now, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, that's probably a little known fact. I'm not sure that counts as fun. I'm really not a fun person. I'm pretty boring in real life. Andromeda Keats, thank you so much for the gift subs to Hardanka. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Can I give you a question to ask me? Sure. Why don't you ask me who my favourite member of staff is at Prototypist? Tim says, if you could change one thing about humanity, what would it be? Environmentally friendliness. I think people need to be more environmentally friendly. One of the big things that we've done here at PT over the past couple of years is we've made sure that every single product we sell is carbon offset for 5 years. Now, I don't go singing and shouting about this because I don't feel like it's something that we need to, but every single thing you buy from our store is fully carbon offset. That comes included in the price. We've assumed it has a lifespan of 5 years. We've fully carbon offset that because that's the right thing to do. All of our shipping is fully carbon offset as well. So when you pay for DHL shipping from us, it's fully carbon offset. It's also packed in environmentally friendly packing. So the boxes are recycled, they're recyclable. The tape is recycled and recyclable. The adhesive we use on the tape is not bad for the environment and doesn't contain any bleaches or any negative chemicals. So this is something that I take really, really seriously. It's probably something we should use as like a marketing thing, but I just don't. Because I feel like things like this should be just natural and should just happen rather than actually have to be sung and danced about. But yeah, that's something that I wish that I could change about the whole of humanity to make people take the environment more seriously. Because I do think it's a growing issue that we're going to have to face into. I am not happy with how deep that switch is soldered. That feels like it's not quite right. I'm just going to solder one pin on each of these switches and then going to go through and reheat these because I don't feel like these are properly seated. So let's just solder one pin and then we'll reheat the pin and push the switch in properly. This is how I should have done it before because this is probably the fastest way of doing it. So yeah, that's one thing I change about Humanity. Make people more environmentally friendly and focused on the environment more. Like, I hate seeing drivers throw crap out of the windows when they're driving around, like cigarette butts or drinks bottles or whatever else it is. Like, that just really gets on my gears. Yeah. And I think we could all be a little bit better, including me, with fuel economy and the things that we use power for, and purchasing things a little bit closer or that's made in smaller manufacturing runs that pollutes less. All these sorts of things are things you can consider. Okay, so I'm just basically soldering one pin on here on each switch. It doesn't matter whether the switch is seated or not. I'm just getting it soldered in place so it's not going to fall out when I turn it back over. And what we're effectively going to do from here is then just flip it back over, hold each of the switches in place, and reflow the solder on them, and then we'll resolder the second ones. So let's get prepped to do that. Favorite retro console and game? You don't have to be the same platform, and why? My favorite retro console is probably the Dreamcast. Crazy Taxi's up there for me. Retro game that's it's going to have to be Final Fantasy VII, and people are going to say that's not retro enough, but it's 1997, guys. It's nearly 30 years ago. It's retro now. Boxers, trunks, or Y-fronts? Boxers, unless I'm in bed and then I can't sleep in anything. It has to be nothing at all. Non-keyboard stream with me, you, and Chris. We need to do that sometime soon. Yeah, we need to do that sometime soon. If there were a keyboard layout and model you could have, what would you choose? I'm not sure what you mean by the question, Bob Hotshot. I'd probably just make whatever I wanted. Like we make our own keyboards, so I'd do that. Han Solo, thank you so much for the 11 months of subs. I really appreciate it, Han. I really appreciate that. If there's only one keyboard layout and model you could have, what would you choose? Oh, right, I see what you mean. If there's, I'd probably choose like 65% probably. I think it fits a lot of boxes. Did you get the latest Destiny 2 Lightfall? And if you did you get it with the annual pass? I didn't. I should do. I need to speak to Hoffman as well because, like, yeah, I want to play the new one as well. I just find finding the time is difficult. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate your help with the oceanographer stuff. I might loop you into the chat later on, just so you can have a look at stuff. Who's your favourite member of staff at PT? Me. It's probably the least arduous answer I can give. What are your favourites and least favourite cap profiles? The littering drivers annoys me too. I've also seen 5 people on the phone this week on the motorway. Yeah, that kind of stuff really bothers me. Okay, we missed all these switches. Let's go through, and any switch that we've only soldered one pin to, I'm just going to basically go through this entire row and just check any switch I've only soldered one pin to. I'm going to hold the soldering iron on the pin, reflow it, and press the switch in, let it cool down, and then just go with that. Make sure it's all soldered nice and tight. Okay. Most of these are looking good on this row, actually. This is probably the quickest way of doing this, to be honest. I should have decided to do it this way before, but I didn't. But we live and learn. That's all of that row done. This next row is where it started to go a little bit wonky, I think. So this is the one where we really need to pay attention. Make sure we keep everything nice and straight as well. That's the other opportunity that this gives us. It gives us opportunity to keep everything super straight as well. So that one definitely moved a lot after I reflowed the solder. That one not so much. This one's going to move as well, I can tell. Yeah, there where it goes. Okay, that one we didn't hold for long enough. There we go. Right, next question then. What are your favourite keypack profiles, least favourite profiles? I think my favourite keycap profile is going to be Cherry. Like, it's just, there's not a lot to dislike about Cherry profile. So I think that's always going to be up there for me. I actually really like Cat. Now, my big problem with Cat is the lead times on it. But I do think if the Cat lead times were a little bit better, Cat would feature on that list for me a lot higher as well. And I've also been quite a big fan of the new CXA profile from Canon Keys as well. So I've tried that a few times, especially on my Tomo that you saw earlier on. That's got CXA Sugar Plum on there. I do think that's actually really, really nice. So I'd like to see that used a bit more. In terms of what do I dislike, I think my least favourite is probably DSS. That's purely because I struggle with it in general, not because it's bad. It's just I do struggle with it. Okay, so I think we're done though. Right, let's solder these switches in, and then we can. So we're just going to go back and solder the second pin, and then we can put the missing switches in. Yeah, so DSS is probably my least favourite, followed by SA. I used to really, really enjoy using SA, and I've really gone off it in recent years. I think as I get older, I just find the depth of the sculpt a little bit too much for me. Especially with some boards being like 7 degrees plus. The flatter the keyboard, the better I find SA. But I do wish I liked SA more because I think it looks stunning. Like, it just looks really, really good. Okay. Right, next question. Dreamcast is definitely retro. Yeah, the Dreamcast is 35 years old, Gauss. It's definitely retro. If you could commission any designer to make a one-off special board for you, who would it be and what would it be? Why would it be a duck to make a Topra TKL? Oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the answer to that is. Like, I'd need time to think about that properly because I really don't know. I'd probably go for an OTD. Like, get the OTD guys back out of retirement and have a chat with those, and probably do like a really nice TKL with them, or like a 75% maybe. I don't think they ever did an OTD 75%. Yeah, an OTD 75% is probably what I'd want to do. If I could pick, of course. Like that just sounds like something that the world should have seen and didn't. You have to be careful with saying 1997 was almost 30 years ago. For you, Lottie, it was always 20 years ago. It'll only ever be 20 years ago for you, I promise. Do I own an ortho build? Yeah, I own quite a few ortho boards. I don't have any to hand. I've got some ergo and some ortho boards. In fact, I actually have an ortho board prototype that someone sent me with. I'm not allowed to talk about. That's just at the side of my desk that I need to build and test out at some point soon. And I do have an ortho TKL PCB that used to be for my and plate assembly that used to be for my key cult, but the Phantom Edition one, but I sold that quite a few months ago now. So I did have everything ready, geared up to make an ortho TKL. I could probably reuse the PCB in something else, but I haven't as yet. I just need to cut a custom plate for it. Right, okay, I think we caught up with soldering the second pin for everything. Now it's just a case of putting the missing switches in. So I think we're just going to do these one at a time, soldering a pin. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to do this slightly differently. So I'm just going to bob a blob of solder on any of the holes that we're missing, just on one, and then we'll heat the solder up as we pop the switch in, which is actually the way you should solder. This is probably the way that, you know, if you were going to solder properly, this would be the way to do it. Fill the hole up with solder, just one pin, push the switch in as you're heating that one pin, and then release. That would probably be the way to do it correctly, I think. We need a switch there. Where's that switch going to be? It is going to be there. So let's do that. And there's this one as well. Okay, I think that's all of them. Right. Let's start popping these switches in. That's one in.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Devereaux, for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh wait, that's way off. Oops. The trick is aligning them from underneath is not the easiest thing to do.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Grade Zeros, as well, for the follow. I appreciate that. So we're just going to basically put the switches, push them against the hole, heat the pin up on the other side that we've already soldered, and that's going to make a nice neat connection as it pushes through. And it just means we're not going to have to worry about anything dropping out as we go through. Well, we are going to have to worry about splashing myself with molten solder though there. And then we'll just resolder these switches afterwards. We'll just go through and resolder both sides. Go. So I'm conscious you can't actually see what I'm doing here, guys. Sorry about that. All I'm literally doing is popping a switch where it needs to be, flipping the board over, heating up the pad that we've soldered, and then pushing it through. That didn't work because I missed the alignment off of it. Just like so. Okay, and we're just basically plugging all of the gaps wherever we've missed a switch. Just line the switch up, put the PCB over, heat the pin, slide it through, let go, and then we'll just resolder both of these joints in a second. This just means that we're going to get everything even, neat, tidy. This is why I dislike plateless builds sometimes. But we're getting there now, we're getting there. So this one we didn't put any solder through, so I'm just going to hold this one in place whilst we pop the solder through for this one. And then we're going to push that into place as we reheat that one. There we go. Okay, where else do we need? So all this side of the PCB is done. We've just now got up here to do. So we forgot to solder a pin for this one. Do that now. I say this build's taking a little bit longer than normal just because of the way we're having to do it, but that's okay. Okay, I think that's all of the switches now back in. One more to go. Okay, cool. So now we can go around and we can plug all of these gaps. And then we'll be good to test the PCB out. This should not take too long at all. Just gonna have to check every single one now. Just make sure we don't miss any.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Sevi, for the follow. Next question came from Sarijaman, who says, what's my favourite book of all time and why? Tough one. I'm probably going to pick The Odyssey by Homer, just because it's such a great story and there's so many things that happen in it. It's probably my favourite. What is Workshop Doggo's backstory? Workshop Doggo was a rescue dog. We found her at Dogs Trust about 6 years ago. When we actually adopted her 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. I think it's 6 years in April actually. She was about between 18 months and 3 when we rescued her. We don't know exactly how old because she was a rescue dog. She was found as a stray. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the story. We've had her ever since. Obviously we love her to bits. and she's been a great addition to our little family. I wouldn't have it any other way. She's a little terror at times, but she's cute and I love her to bits. She kept trying to get out of a harness in the car today, which was frustrating to say the least. Okay, so I'm just going back around, just double checking that we've not got any issues with the soldering anywhere. I think we're looking pretty good. I think we've got a couple more switches to do just to finish off. But I think that's all good now. I think we're neat, even, all tidy, all soldered. Just checking every switch that we've got 2 pins soldered now. Okay, all the switches are nicely presented as well in their sockets. This is looking good. Nothing looks like it's out of place or out of shape. A couple of these solder joints just need a little bit of a reflow. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are done. Right, let's blast through the rest of the questions you guys dropped in for us, because I'm conscious that was a little bit more intensive than I anticipated. Who's the go-to for custom coil cables? My go-to is Pexon. I love James. He's a really great guy. He makes amazing cables, so I would always recommend Pexon. If you had to watch one film forever, what would it be? The original Matrix film, or 12 Angry Men. One of the two, I don't know. Depends on what mood I'm in when I pick. On retro machines, what was your first computer console? My first computer was probably a BBC Micro. My first console was probably the Atari 2600. I did get a Commodore 64, but that was after the Atari 2600, weirdly. And then I had a ZX Spectrum a lot later on because I wanted to test it out and work on it. So BBC Micro for coding, I think, is the answer there. Stickit says, question from Pearl in Merlin. If there was enough people interested in NW Pono, would you consider doing a mini group buy from Oblotsky? Yeah, I can reach out to Oblotsky and ask for like a group thing if he wants. Like I can probably buy like 20 sets or something. Any idea of the thickness of the NK Cherry Olivia caps? My Google first company, nothing. I think they're 1.3 millimeters thick, but I'm going from memory there, so I can't guarantee that. Ortho TKL. Yeah, it was quite fun. It was quite fun. Adam's here as well. Good afternoon, Adam. Quick hide to the contraband. Right. Okay. My first was an Atari 2600. Hey, we're twins again, Tim. There we go. That's the PCB all soldered up for a plateless build. All the switches are nice and square. They're all looking nice and even. Everything's pushed into the PCB correctly. It did take us a little bit longer than normal because of that. We don't have a switch up here because there's a blocker in the case, so we're not going to use that today. So I think we're looking good. It's now time to give this a test in the case. And then from there, we'll start to put the rest of the board together. I'm just going to grab the case over. We'll take the top case off. We do need these little grommets here. So these basically sit on top of the tabs on the PCB and basically make it a plate mount board. There we go. So these just literally sit on these little tabs here. So we're just going to push that on there. That's all we need to do. Oh no, we've lost the camera. What happened with the camera? Is that because it's really warm in here? Did we have an overheating issue? Let me fix the camera. I am still here, guys. I'm just going to fix this camera. I think we had an overheating issue because it's right under, the radiator's literally right underneath it. So turn it off. Let's turn it back on, see what we get. You're going to have to lay on the desk looking up. It should come back now. There you go. It was just literally because of the heat, I think. If it goes off again, it's the heat still because it is really warm in here now. Right, okay, yeah, so we're just putting these little grommets on here. I'm just going to pop these on all the way around the board. There we go. And don't forget, guys, whilst we're live on stream today, you can get 12% off of NK's Cherry Olivia that's in stock now. Both sets, the standard set and the set with the APL Sud Legends. You can get 12% off either or both of them using the code STREAMINGPARTY1, which is pinned in chat. Okay, so there we go. So that's those added on. So now we've done that, we're just going to plug this in. So we're just going to lift up the little latch. We're going to pop that into place. Whoops. Okay, this is a little bit fiddly. I'm going to close the latch. That should then hold that nice and tight. I'm going to pop that down. And we're going to take a cable and we're going to see if this works. So let's get Via up so you guys can see it. Wait, do we not have Via installed on this? There we go. So fiddly. Yeah, ribbon cables are fine once I mean, it only takes one go of it. Right, okay. I'm not sure if this keyboard is even in Via actually. Maybe we should get switch here up because I'm not sure if this keyboard's even in Via. Doesn't seem to be finding it. Let's try switch here. Okay, so yeah, it's not in Via. Let's see if everything works. Everything's working so far. Looking good. Oh, we've got the ISO layout here, but it is an ANSI, so we're just going to have to assume it works. There we go. Yeah, that's all looking good. Okay, everything working so far. That's, yeah. Just check those again. Yeah, there we go. Everything works as it should. So the board is all good to go. Now that means we can pop the top and bottom case back together. If I can put my JO2 back in. There we go. There we go. So those tabs have the nice feature of aligning the case and plate and PCB assembly as you lower the top case down. It moves everything around to where it needs to be, which is good. Maybe one switch I'm unhappy with here. Just looks a little bit off, but I think it's okay. No, it's not okay. Okay, so we just need to fix that one switch. So let's just do that now actually. So it's not quite square and level. It's just jumped out at me looking at it. So, okay, so I know which one it is now. It's this one just here. I'm just going to grab the soldering iron again. I'm just going to literally just pop it down on the edge of the case there. Just try and make it a little bit. This is actually really far into the PCB hole. I don't want to take that ribbon cable out because we've already used the ribbon cable. There we go. Should now be level. There we go. All fixed. Nice and simple fix. Just put the foam out of the case there. Get everything aligned back up. Case back on. Just give one last check for all the switches. Make sure everything does look nice and neat and even. Can't see anything else that doesn't look square or straight. It's time to screw the case back together. Would the actual PT-TKL have a pen rail? I don't know. No, I don't think so because I don't want to. Like the J series is done after the JO3. Like once we do the JO3, that's it. The J series is done and it doesn't come back after that. Like that's it. Once we get through the editions of the JO2 I want to do, and we get through the JO1 revision, and we do the JO3, that's it. There's nothing more coming on that. So no, I don't think a TKL would be the part of the J series. I think it'd be a PT different thing. What's your favorite modern car for daily driving? I'm actually looking at buying a new car for myself for a daily car. For my wife, it's absolutely the Tesla that we have. She loves that thing. She drives it every day. For me, it's just got no heart and soul. I'm looking at an Audi RS6. I'm actually going to test drive it on Wednesday this week coming. So we'll see how that goes. But I do enjoy driving my Subaru around daily. If we lived somewhere nice where it was sunny year round, I would daily my Nissan Fairlady Z, my Datsun, because I love that thing to pieces and it's so much fun to drive, but it's just not something I can daily in the weather we have here in the UK. Can confirm that place is amazing. Oh, what was that? Oh, Cast Iron Coffee? Yeah, thank you, Anonymous Biker. Their coffee is so damn good, and just down the road from Goodwood as well. Yeah, I'm actually going to Goodwood this year with the Laurel. It should be fun. Yeah, this board is not mint. I can guarantee you it's not. I know it looks like it, but it's not. Okay, right. Well, there's the board all built and put together. It's looking pretty good, even if I do say so myself. Yeah, they've asked me to take the Laurel down for the Datsun stand because it's one of only like 3 in the country. So they've asked me to take that down, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, I do have all of these bits here that need to go back in the customer's case. I'm just going to do that before I forget, and then it's going to be time for you guys to pick some keycaps for the build. You get to work with it every year, so you go every year. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. We talked about it before, Tim, because we were talking about Netsy's wedding as well. Is it Netsy? Yeah. But yeah, they want me to do the hill climb in the Laurel, which would be pretty cool. Right, okay, so keycap time. So I'm hoping one of my lovely mods is ready to do a run through of what keycaps I've got available for you guys to pick from today for this build. And we can do like a little 3-minute long poll, if I don't fall off my stool. Okay, so the first choice today of keycaps that you can have is GMK Skydolch that we could put on this lovely board. Mods, someone, mod, get a poll ready, please, thank you. The second choice is GMK Modo Light. The third choice is GMK Perestroika. And then the fourth choice is GMK Taro. So, those are the 4 choices for the key sets you can see on the board today. There will be a poll up in a second. You guys will be able to pick what you'd like to see me build the board with. And then you can let me know and we'll go with whatever you guys select. There you go, keycap time. The poll is up, guys. Get your votes in for what you'd like to see. I've got my vote in. Let's see what you guys suggest. We'll see how this comes out. This board is a lovely colour. It's a lovely colour. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that, man. The F1 at Silverstone, what an experience. Yeah, my wife's got tickets for me to go to the F1 this year, but she's left the company that she was with when she got the ticket, so we don't know if they're even valid anymore. We need to check on that, actually. Poll up. Yeah. Tim was literally just doing it as well. You guys need to like work out between you what you're going to do. Back to your question about the TKL though, Josh. I do have some ideas for a TKL. I'm not sure if I put them on my mood board yet. So maybe you should have a look on the mood board, see if it's on there. If it's not on my mood board, then I will put the details on there tomorrow. We get to 3 tickets through Lottie's mum for festival speed, so we'll come say hi. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here looking for the poll button. Yeah, it's in the dashboard. Or you can just do /poll and then type in your options. I don't have Classic Blue here. It's actually on my Ace of Spades, is GMK Classic Blue. So yeah, so I don't have another blue option to hand that I could put on this board. These were the sets that I came up with. a short time that might look okay on that board. /poll. Yeah. You can use the buttons if you log into the mod panel. So if you actually log into the back end of Twitch, there's like a mod panel that you can use, and there's a poll option in there as well. It looks like Perestroika is going to win this quite handily, though. I'm just going to get Perestroika ready. Just going to get it ready. Just because I can't see it losing. It's like, it's way out in the lead now. I should have finished that coffee off as well, but it's gone cold now because we've been streaming for so long. 2 hours already. Wow. This is a slow build today. I apologize, guys. I don't think we're going to have time to do the Cake60. I think we're going to time out. Geeky is not even close. Yeah, nothing else is going to beat Perestroika unless someone dumps a lot of points into something now. Surprised Sky Dolch was so low, though. We're here for chats, not the keyboards. That's fair. That's fair. I do like it when you guys ask me questions and I get to respond. Like, give you my thoughts and opinions. I quite like that. Because no one ever listens to me in real life, so. I try telling my staff in real life what I'm thinking, and they don't care. They don't want to know. Right, Perestroika it is. What stand will the Datsun be on at the Festival of Speed? I think it's going to be the Datsun stand. It's pretty much what I'm expecting. What's happening with the Freebird numpad? I've seen the updates on the TKL, but nothing on the numpad. I think all orders for the numpads are going out on Monday. We shipped out, if you got an order with the TKL and the numpad, your order will wait until everything's ready. But if it was just for the numpad, I think they're going out on Monday. I asked all the questions, but they go unanswered. Wait, what questions have you asked that I've not answered? I think that's a lie. I don't think that's true. I think that's an absolute lie. Josh, behave. Okay, this actually works really, really well with the cream of the board. It also means that I'm going to have to dig out what this set is supposed to look like, because I can't remember in terms of what letters go where. Because I can't remember exactly how this set looks. That's too big. We don't need that. We don't need that. Whoops. Yeah, we need one new control. If anyone has a link to how this set's supposed to look and what keys go where, I'd be really, really, really interested to see that right now. Because I don't remember. Like, I don't know where some of the keys go because they're obvious, but there are some that I'm going to have to absolutely look up. But the set works really, really well on this board. Like, it just looks really good. Don't think we have an F13, so I'm just going to put the end up there. Void main did the thing. Ah, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Right, okay, I've got an image. I think this is going to take some time to get these keycaps on because this is not something I'm used to. And I don't think this has never actually been on a board yet either. So this is the first time it's been put on a board. Right, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Yes, I'm having to find the symbol on the link and then figure out where it goes from there. This does look really, really good though. I'm already a big fan. See, this looks like a P, but I know it's not a P, so I'm having to look through it. Right, so I've got 1, 2, there we go. I will get there. That goes there. Okay, we need a code there. We need an alt there. We need control there. That's the really easy bit. That's the really easy bit, right? This looks like a 4. Okay, that goes there. The B goes there. The T character goes on the bottom. That. Yeah. Okay, this is just going to take some time, just while I make sure they're going in the right spots. Okay, let's move this over to the other side so I can actually see what you guys are saying to me at the same time. Remember guys, use code STREAMINGPARTY1 for 12% discount on NK Olivia keycaps at checkout. Yeah, it's an R. Shh. It was that. Right, okay. I apologize. Like, it looks like an R to me, so I apologize. I'm not trying to upset anyone or anything. Like, that's not my plan here. I don't know the names of a lot of these characters. I know that they look great. It's a fantastic looking set. But yeah, I don't know the name of a lot of these characters. Okay. That looks like a Korean character to me. I'm sure I recognize that from like the Korean alphabet. Eat it. That's a jus. A jus. Gorgeous little bitch to read. It is. You had the same issue with CRP Xerox. Posture check, thank you. Yes. Looking forward to GMK Tiger. Yeah, me too. It's a very good looking set, is Tiger. Where does that go? Number 3? What's that for? Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's just me being an absolute idiot right there. Okay, we can get rid of some of these we don't need. Bottom. See, I'm having to just find it on the link that I was sent and then work it out from there. It is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but we're getting there. We're getting there. See, that looks like enne from Spanish, but if it focuses, come on. But back to front, which is weird. But it's cool, but it's weird. I can't see where that one goes. This must be really painful to watch, guys, and I am really sorry about that. Right, okay. That one's dead easy. That one goes there. That one goes there. Oh no, wait, that doesn't go there. That does not go there. That actually goes... Come on. that one actually goes here. That goes there. This one goes here. The theta star symbol, that goes there. Put the arrows on. We don't need that. We don't need that. 2. There we go. Caps lock. There we go. Okay, we've got the reverse. Thank you so much, Albuquerque. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I've gone blind. There we go. That's where it goes. I could not for the life of me see that one there. That's the keycap from there. I think. Is that the right profile? Yes. That goes there. This one goes. Why am I so blind? Why can I not see this? Okay, I'll come back to that. The K. Okay, there. Nice. Right, so what am I looking for at the top? Ah, that's where the N goes. There we go. And for here, we're looking for that there. Okay, so then we've got the P, we've got O, and that. So that's that. The C goes here. Okay, we're almost there now, guys. Almost there. I feel like I may have put some of the keys I need back in the tub, though. Yeah, so that goes there. Okay. F4 goes there. I haven't found the escape yet. I must have put that... Right, okay, so there's none of those keys that we need there. The rest must be in the tub. Let's just do a quick change of those. We don't need those keys. We definitely don't need that. We definitely don't need that. We don't need the A. So yeah, it is the O that we need. But not the 0. Because that's different. Let's see if we can find it. So that's that. Okay, great. Now I just need to find escape. Where is escape? Do I not have an escape key? Do we not have an escape key? How can we not have an escape key? Oh, I know why we don't have an escape key. Because it's on my macro pad where I was trying to escape the hobby. So I have like a macro pad and I put a load of different escape keys on there. And I did take the perestroika one for that. So that still has the escape key on. So we're going to have to pop an artisan on there. So let's pop the brass-topped Hebe cap. Quick buy closes tomorrow for the brass-topped Hebe Relegendable keycap. There we go. It's actually working nicely with the red actually. The macro pad at London Meat, yeah, that's the one. It's worth it to see perestroika deployed properly. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, because that did take some time. That was quite time consuming. But there we go, that looks so good. I do like perestroika. That looks really, really cool. Wait, is that keycap twisted because of the switch or just because of the... There we go. That looks so good. So good. The pipe key looks so wrong. It's just that pipe key. It's just the pipe key that matches that. Should we see how it sounds? The reverse R is yeah. Nice. Let's see how this sounds. Let's pause the music for a second. It's just white balance issues. It's actually like a beige. It's not green. It's beige. Just like imagine that's beige. Just white balance issues. The cameras are all a bit funky recently. The lighting in the office changes quite a bit, and these two streamlights that I've got, the white balance is kind of off on them, and I don't know why, because it seems that I had to re-add them to the network the other day, and they seem to be not quite right. And then it depends whether I've got the workshop lights on or not, which are through this window just to the side of me. That seems to change the white balance in here, but it's not green. It is like a cream color. But let's see how she sounds. You really want Perestroika? I'll sell it to you. Oh. I'm gonna have to type with my eyes closed. It was throwing my eyes off with seeing it on the screen with the wrong legends. I had to close my eyes. There was a little bit of ping in the spacebar, but I think it's the case. Oh, the keycap wasn't on properly. That's pretty cool. It sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I just need to twist this a little bit. It's slightly not straight. I don't know if it's the keycap or if it's the switch, but I'll try another keycap on there after the stream just to see if that's just a me thing or if it's like actually part of the switch, and we'll make sure it's all nice and level. But that looks so good. So good. Yeah, that's come out really, really nicely. Is that just a mark in the... Oh, it's the reflection off the screw. I thought that was a mark, but it's not. It's just the reflection off the screw just there. That looks so good. Black logo on the base. So nice. So nice. I think if I was going to have one of these, I'd have the knob on the top corner, but yeah. I don't know, stick it 300 quid? I don't know. I don't know what it's worth these days. I have no idea. I could be backing up the wrong tree, but yeah. It's basically, that's all the typing this set's ever seen. Cool, but there we go. That's the build for today, guys. I was going to build the other, the Cake60 today. I don't think I'm going to have time because we're already at 20 past 10 and I do have a hard cut off at like 11:30. So I don't think we're going to get it done in 90 minutes. But what I think we should do is play some marbles if you guys are down for it. We could play some marbles for, let's say, a deathmatch. Whoever wins marbles, we'll do like 3 rounds marbles. We'll do a Grand Prix. Whoever wins the most points over the 3 races. Doesn't matter who wins each individual race, but whoever wins the most points over 3 races gets a free in-stock deathmatch. They can pick whatever they want. In fact, you know what? No, we're going to go all out. They're going to win a full base kit of GMK Dual Shot. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give away the standard base kit of GMK Dual Shot to whoever wins the marbles game today. So you have to win the most points across 3 races. Doesn't matter who wins each individual race, but whoever wins the most points across 3 races, we're going to give away a full set of brand new GMK DualShock R2, the standard base kit. Yeah, we're going to give that away. Why not? Why not? Right. Okay. You should be able to see the game. Let's do a race. We're going to do a Grand Prix. We're going to do 3 maps. 3 maps. We're going to do community maps. We're going to pick one at random. Big Twisty Universe, nice. We're going to pick a long one, Extreme Smashing Gauntlet. And we're going to pick one that has a high failure rate. Professional Marble Contraption. There we go. Those are the 3 we're going to do today. Whoever wins the most points across all 3 races, you're going to win a set of GMK Dual Shot. We'll ship it anywhere in the world. The only thing you'll be responsible for is local taxes. So if you have VAT in your country of import, you'll be liable for those, unless you're UK, in which case we'll cover it for UK. But we'll cover shipping anywhere in the world. You win a full set of GMK Dual Shot round 2. The brand new base kits, they're in our workshop right now. We'll ship it this week for you. All you need to do is reach out to one of the mods on stream, give them your details afterwards, and they'll make sure that I get the details and can make sure that you get your prize. So let's do the first race. If you want to join, you can do !play. That's all one word, !play. That will put you in the game. And let's play for a set of GMK Dual Shot round 2, just because we've got it going in stock tomorrow. I think that's a good enough prize, don't you? Bigger chance to win if you type play on Prototypes products. 100%, yeah, absolutely. If you bought it from us, you got more chance of winning, right? And don't forget, guys, whilst you're all entering this, if you do want to pick up a set of NK Olivia, you can use the code STREAMINGPARTY1, capital S, capital P, STREAMINGPARTY1 for 12% discount at checkout. 12% off any NK Olivia set. That's the standard one or the APL one, which are in stock right now. Prototypes.net, link below. Right, you just noticed the cursor. Oh yeah, my cursor is the SPC rocket. Yeah, absolutely. How many Olivia cells so far? I don't know. Let's have a look. It looks like around 9 or 10 Olivia cells since we started the stream, which is pretty good. Well done, guys. Perlin Mel in charge of her. Right, okay, I think everyone who's going to join is in, so let's start the race. There's only 44 of you watching the stream. If you want to win a set of GMK Dual Shot, do !play now, because you need to be in this to win it. There's only 44 of you. There's over 100 people watching the stream right now. That's disappointing. !play to get yourselves in, though. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Let's see who wins here. Gordon the Gopher, big lead there. Gordon the Gopher with a huge lead. Look how much further down he is. Oh, Geeky Ed's catching up though as well. Let's see who... Gordon Gopher's still all the way out there. Conan's catching up too. There's a lot of tracks still to go. Let's see who gets to the bottom first. Gordon's there. Conan's there. Geeky Ed's there. My sock is lost. Quite a few people there. Let's see who comes out of the bottom first. Let's see who's going to win the race down to the bottom of here. Dun, 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 dun. Through the electrical fields. I think that can kill you as well if you're not careful. Oh, Trojam. Looks like Trojam was just slightly in the lead there. Looks like Trojam has picked up the lead here. Trojam, my sock is lost. Golden ratios there. There's Kirizak as well. Matt 12020D. Oh, Zakirizak has taken the lead there. Trojam's taken a while. Geeky Ed's going a long way around. Let's see who can make it up over the top first. Still a long way to go. Tarumba.net has probably taken a big lead there. Lottie's coming up as well. Newfie's there too. Adam's coming up in the back. So is Pokemon Kid. Let's see who makes it through this set of obstacles first. There's a long way to go to get down to this dish. Lottie Pony. My Lottie Pony. They're taking the lead into the next tub. No one going around this yet. Newfie's on the little spinny thing here. The little Ferris wheel. Let's see who makes it to down here. Voidmain's in the lead with Turkey Throw and Zakirizak. Zakirizak drops straight through, but is he going to get stuck in the minefield? Turkey Throw is there as well. Dinosaur, My Lottie Pony coming up as well. Tarumba there too. Lazy Keiko, Adam, Golden Ratio. Still a long way to go though. Still a whole lot of obstacles left to go. And remember, it's the winner across the 3 races, not just each individual race, that wins the prize. There's no prize for this particular race, just overall points. Let's see who makes it out of here first. Zakirizak was there in the lead, but there's quite a few people. Blackbrook's catching up. Zakirizak is going to win this first race. There he goes. Zakirizak wins the first race. Let's see who makes second. Let's see who makes up our top 10. Blackbrook makes 2. Dinosaur takes 3. Robot dies. Blackbrook died as well. Sorry, Dinosaur wins. Robot Mikey comes 3rd. Solid Logic comes 4th. Casey 5th. F Cream 6th. Tinkertronic 7th. Tasty 2, Voidmain, and Tim rounding out the top 10. Fluffy Keeps, Trojam, Adam, Hey Asbo, JQ, My Little Pony, Batowski, Newfie, My Sock is Lost, Gouty, all losing there. because they died. Bryn as well, Snicket, poor Snicket. That was pretty fun. Well, there we go. That's the top 10. Still plenty to play for. You could win the second. There's Perlin dying off the edge as well. You could win the second or third race, and that could put you into contention to win the whole lot. Pokemon Kid, Chuck Death, and Free Juiced here at the back. Let's see who makes it last. Let's see which one's last. It looks like Pokemon Kid's going to bring up the rear. Last one coming down now. Boom. There we go. Zakirizak, well done. You won that race, but you have not won the championship. So let's see who wins the next map. We now want Extreme Smashing Gauntlet. Now this is a really long track, I think. You was 5th in there? Oh well. Right, exclamation mark play, guys. Get yourself in for race number 2 of 3. Still, if you missed the last race, you can still join to win a set of GMK DualShock. We'll ship it anywhere in the world. We'll give it another minute before we start this one off. Already more people in this race than the last race. Yeah, we're going to give away a set of GMK DualShock to whoever wins across all 3 races. So individual wins don't count. It's whoever's got the most points across all 3 races that wins. Okay, we'll give yourself another 30-second, guys. We've already got 6 more people in. Surprising that we've only got 51 people in when we've got 110 people-ish watching. How weird. It's like they don't want to win. Right, let's hit the start button. You've got 20 more seconds left to get in now, guys. Exclamation mark play to put you in it to win it. There's Perlin joining. Had to pee. That's cool, man. Thanks for sharing. It's alright, Pyro Bunny. If you missed the first round, there's still 2 more rounds to go. You could still win. And here we go. This is a really long race, so let's see who wins this one. Lots of people running through. Poor Type made a good start, but has fallen behind. Good Nooch is there. Snicket's coming up as well. Poor Type is on the far side. Let's see who's going to make it to the top first. Oops, I'm getting stuck on the map here. Turkey Thrower's up there as well with Lazy Keiko. Voidmenjer's up in the lead again as well. So Meowsaur in there. Hey Meowsaur, good to see you. Gouty's apparently in the lead. Gouty's watching as well. And hey Gouty, hope you're doing well. Alariac's there as well. Zakirizak too. Like, he won the last race. He's in good stead if he wins this one as well. We'll see how that goes. This is quite a long track though. Conan's winning on this side with Tinkertronic coming up behind him. It's difficult to say who's really in the lead. There's Jelly Master. Good old Jelly Master. Good to see you, my dude. Glad you're doing okay. There's Matt as well. Pokemon Kid. Good Nooch is there as well, coming through the middle. Laser Keiko and Blackbrook are doing it okay too. Good Nooch and Snicket, JQ, Kane, Turkey Thrower look like they've taken the lead here though. Lots of people coming up behind. There's Perlin Merlin, Punk Shoko, Catastrophe as well, Kenny Trist. It's really, really hard to tell you who's in the lead here because there's so much going on. There's so many different routes people can take. I really don't know. But we can see pretty much everyone from here. There's no one stuck at the back, which is good. So it's all still to play for. Good Nooch, Turkey Thrower, and Bryn are probably in the lead now. It's really hard to tell because there's so many different routes here, but I'm going to guess that those are in the lead. Bryn's going around with Turkey Thrower on that side. Good Nooch is on his own on this side. Oh, King Cairo and JQ and Snicket have just joined him. Han Solo's in on the other side with Conan as well. So there's a few more people coming through. Tink. Is this Tink in the lead? Is this Tinkertron in the lead? Has he already made it through that? He has. Tinkertronic is in the lead. Still lots to go though, so Tink has quite a big lead. Let's see how that pans out for him. See if we can come around the side here. But he's quite a way ahead now. Tinkertronic, you may be picking up a win for this one. Blackbrook's coming up as well. I can see that. My Lottie Pony is there too with Alaric as well, all coming around here. Gouty's probably a little bit further back. I think Tink must have skipped some of the map here. I don't know how he's managed that, but lucky Tink. Congratulations. Let's see how that goes. Blackbrook's coming around as well. He's doing well. F Creams is there too. So is Tasty too. Catastrophe at the back. Running up the rear. Ickbin Timothy. Poor Typer. You guys look like you're pretty much at the back with Pearl and Merlin as well. So sorry about that. Hopefully you'll catch up. Where did Tink get to? Tink's already at the top of this tower. He's way ahead of anyone else. My Lottie Pony making a way up now as well though. Good Mooch, Voidmanger, Alariac, Bryn as well, all the way around, coming up the top as well. Tinkertronic, though, is about to come down and be the first one down onto this next section, I think. Very, very hard to tell where people are, though. Let's see how this goes. Team Long Torso. It's really, really hard to tell. Tink seems to have stopped. Is this an issue? Ah, so he's hit the bricks. So the bricks break over time depending on how you hit them. So this gives people a chance to catch up. And it does look like people are catching up here. They're just a step behind Tink. Oh, Tink's dropped through now. He has made it through. He is the first one down onto here, which is just a straight run to the end now, but it's still a long way to go, so anything can stop him. No one else has made it through onto this section of the obstacle course yet, and he could get thrown off of here, remember, as well. He can get thrown off of this bit. Let's see who's second to make it through. Still a long way for people to go here, though. Hey Asbo, it looks like might be the next one. Yep. Hey Asbo is coming through. Well, there he is. Hey Asbo is now in second place. Tink's got a huge lead, but still a massive amount of time to go on this map. Punk Shoko is there as well as Bryn and Poor Typer. Poor Typer all the way from the back right up into the top 5 here. Casey's coming through as well, so is Blackbrook. There's Bartowski taking the lead there, and Ickbin Timothy who's at the back as well, catching right up. Everyone's coming through now. Big flood of people coming through now. Let's see who's the last to make it through. Probably Laserman looking up there. Laserman is or Tasty 2. Tasty 2 might be right at the very back here. Catastrophe's just made it through. Adam seems to be stuck. Oh, he's made it free. Let's see how far Tinkertron's got. The Tink's all the way ahead across this obstacle as well. So he's gone up this obstacle and down the whole kind of side on this board here. Punk Shoko's there too. Hey Asbo, Woody as well. My sock is lost. I think that'd be better if my socket was lost, if it was a 10mm one. Car people will know exactly what I'm talking about. Bryn's made it all the way down as well, but Tinkertronic is still miles in the lead. It's still all to play for though, because he is moving backwards there. Still a long way to go. Hey Asbo has died, has been flung off the edge there. So has Snicket. Punk Shoko is making his way around. My Sock is lost is there as well. Voidmain GR. My Lottie Pony. I'm sorry, Lottie. Meowso's coming through too. Kenny Trist is there as well. Ickbin Timothy. Conan's there too. Tink is about to win. Let's see if we can catch him before he drops into the end. There he goes. Tink takes the win for this particular map. Doesn't necessarily win the prize. It's all over 3 races. Bryn's on his way. Blackbrook has died. Let's see who makes it down here. Woody could take the second place here. Well, anyone could. Turkey Throw as well. Perlin Merlin all the way from the back is now in the top 5 and in contention for a second place here. Turkey Thrower and Bryn are probably taking the lead. Jelly Master's coming down too as well. Gouty and Meowsaur are next to each other there. Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Tasty 2's dropped off the map. So sorry, Tasty 2. Looks like Bryn's going to take the second place. He does. Woody takes third. Turkey Thrower's coming in fourth. Alaric takes... Oh, gosh. No, Alaric doesn't take fifth. Who's going to take fifth? Oh, it's like a photo finish there. I didn't catch that. Perlin, JQ, Alaric, My Sock is lost, and Solid Logic. Voidmain takes 10th spot. Meowsaur died. Lost Type is there. Jellymaster, Pokemon Kid coming down. Kenny Trist as well. Gouty, you were next to Meowsaur a minute ago. You're right up here at the back. Let's see who's doing the worst. It looks like Laserman and Gordon the Gopher. Just taking the time coming down the map. Perlin and Turkey together as usual. Absolutely. Tink, you did win. You did win, Tink. But you might not win the prize. It all depends on what happens after the third race. That's just race 2 of 3. We've got one more race left to go. This next race has a high death rate, so people may die quite easily on this last race. We'll see how that goes. Congratulations, Tink. New track record of 5 minutes and 1 second. There we go. Oh, 5 minutes and 1/10 of a second. There you go. Right, okay. Next map. Let's see who wins overall after this one. So this is the professional... Oh, I missed the title. Professional something or other. Time to die. I think a lot of people die on this one. So exclamation mark play puts you into the third race. Adam's already in there. So is True Blaze. So is Zakurizak, who won the first race. Let's see who else gets in. Pokemon Kid's in there. Timothy's in there. Meowsaur's joined. My Lottie Pony's in there as well. Gouty's here too. Trojam, Dinosaur. Still all to play for, guys. Like, if you got reasonable points in the last 2 races and you win this one, you could still beat anyone else. Like, it's still all to play for here. Time to come back. Time to make a turnaround, is that? Let's see how it goes. 20 seconds to go, guys, to get in. And as Robot says, remember, while we wait to start, you can use code STREAMINGPARTY1 for 12% discount on NK Olivia at checkout. There you go. If you didn't get reasonable points, you don't stand a chance, Gary. Sorry. I think you died in the first one, I think. But you never know. You might. Here we go. Trojam storming off into the lead there. Snicket close behind him. Laserman's up there doing better this time round. Where does this map go? Christ. I'm a little bit lost. Everyone's rushing through. It's really hard to call who's ahead. Wait, where's this map go? I'm struggling. There we go. I'm really struggling with that then. Poor Typer is apparently in number 1, but it's really hard to tell because everyone's going away from the finish line, and the software just tells who's closest to the finish line. Snicket definitely has the lead as he comes around to these pistons and moving up and down. Oh no, we're onto the far side of this wall here. Is this on the outside of the wall? Oh, it's inside the wall. Right, okay, so we can't follow the action there particular. Oh, we're on a lip. There we go. I have no idea which way we're going here. Snicket is definitely in the lead. Snicket's all the way through to this tombola area now. Robot Mikey and F Creams are in second and third. Good Nooch is coming around. Blackbrooker's there as well. So is Timothy. Golden Ratio's on his way as well. Good to see you, Golden Ratio. Conan looks like he's right at the very back and stuck. Batowski's on his way through. So is Lazy Keiko. Everyone's moving quite swiftly. Snicket did keep the lead, but only just. Robot Mikey is about to take the lead and has died. Well, there we go. Jellymaster's on the way through. Oh no, Robot Mikey didn't die. He survived, but he just got flung in the air. But Jellymaster has taken the lead. Let's see how he does with these pistons going up and down here. He might get lucky, he might not. Punk Shoko might catch them up here. Jellymaster's on the way through now. Robot Mikey's in second. Punk Shoko takes third so far. Laserman's in fifth with Geeky Head and Trojan right behind him. Still loads to go. Robot Mikey has dropped off the map and maybe taken a lead. I can't really tell what's happened there. Meowsaw, King Kyra, I think you guys are just going to fall off the end. Newfie's made it lucky into the tray. I really don't know how this works now. Oh, it looks like Robot Mikey is going to take the win here until he died. Maybe no one's going to win this. Loads of people are dying now. Everyone on this bottom floor, you guys are all dead, I'm afraid. Newfie almost got to the end. Lazy Keiko, how are you going to do? Ooh, poor Typer. Ooh, and you all died. No one has made it through to the end yet. Catastrophe is on his way. He's dead. Tarumba, he's dead. Still people at the top, but anyone on this bottom shelf, you're all dead, guys, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. It doesn't look like anyone's going to win. This bacon manipulator thing here at the back is not very forgiving. Let's see who's next. Conan, who was stuck and was at the back, is now up here. Let's see how he does. Oh, he's got just about over the first one, I think. Oh, he's going backwards, though. Oh, here we go. Is that going to launch him? Conan takes the win all the way from the back right up to the front there. Fluffy Keeps, Bartowski, and Good Nooch are dying. Pokemon Kid's coming round. Tinkertronic is still alive. He could get some good points here because no one else has won. Solid Logic's just died. Pokemon Kid, let's see how Matt does. Let's see what he does here. That's a good strategic move there, getting straight onto it. But the second bit wasn't, and you get thrown down the ramp. Sorry, man. I can see how well you tried there. Tink is still coming round. So is My Lucky Pony. They've only got a minute and a half left to try and finish the map, though. Oh, there we go. It's already given it up because everyone else died. So Conan was the only person to finish and the only person to get points in that third race. So congratulations, Conan. Yeah, everyone else died. Everyone else died. Did not finish, did not finish, did not finish, did not finish. You were all DNFs. Right, let's go to finish the Grand Prix and see who wins the prize of GMK DualShock Round 2 Standard Base Kit. Free, shipped anywhere in the world. You guys just pay the import duties if there are any. Let's see who got third. No prize. Conan, for winning the third race, you do get third place. Congratulations. No prize for third place, I'm afraid, today. Bryn 1312 BRN, congratulations, you get second place. Again, no prize today, but you do get second place. And the winner is Tinkertronic. Congratulations, Tink. You must have had good points in the first round because that puts you right up to the top. And Tink, you have won a set of GMK DualShock Round 2, the base kit. So now you definitely need to visit the workshop to come and collect it because you're really close. So there you go. Congratulations, Tink. Well done. Let's see how that looked on points. Tink had 300 points. Bryn had 213. Conan had 145. Zakirizak just missed out on the podium by 3 points with 142. Woody was up there. So was Turkey Thrower. So was Dinosaur. So was Perlin Merlin. Perlin Merlin taking into the top 10 there. Robert Mikey, JQ UK, Solid Logic, Aleric ATL, KC2487, and F Creams taking up the top 14 spots with points. Everyone else, I'm afraid you didn't get any points, unfortunately, across all three races. But yeah, congratulations, guys. That's it. Tinkertronic, you are the winner today. You do win a set of GMK DualShock Round 2, the base kit. We'll figure out your prize. You don't need to reach out to the mods, you can just reach out to me because we know each other, so that's fine. But there you go. Congratulations. You did win, Tink. There we go. Tink the Marble King for this week, at least, anyway. Yeah. Right, that is the end of the stream though, guys. I have run out of time. I do need to go home and get some sleep. I don't have time to build the second board because I only really have about 40 minutes left if I did stay here at the workshop. I might play PlayStation for half an hour and then go home. We'll see how I do. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow on Instagram. There'll be loads of stories on Instagram. We've got a load of stuff happening here at the workshop, including some car stuff as well if you're interested in that, because I need to move some stuff around. So definitely watch out for that. We've also got a ton of stuff going in stock tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time, so watch out for that as well. There'll be an announcement on Discord when it goes live. Plenty of GMK sets, Dual Shot Moonlight and Boho are going in stock tomorrow. We should have some other GMK sets arriving tomorrow here as well, so we'll keep you up to date with that on Instagram too. Venus TV, thank you so much for the subscription, I appreciate that. But that is it, it's time for me to end the stream. Thank you so much for watching us build the Thera75 V2 today. We'll have these in stock soon as well. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care and congratulations to Tink once again. Good night.